I'm sitting out here in my yard. Really nice summer day here. There's a little bit of breeze, but hopefully it won't get in our way. I'm playing on some changes in a song that I wrote a while back, quite a while back actually. But you know, it's funny. I was thinking today about how, as musicians, you know, we tend to. It's hard not to be derivative, and hopefully we're not too cliche. You know, because the idea of being somewhat original, I suppose, is to kind of make things your own at the very least, you know, because, gosh, you know, I mean, everything that came before, whether it's, you know, rhythm and blues or straight up blues or country or whatever, depending on your taste in music, you know, we all to some degree hopefully study the masters that came before us, and then we kind of put it through our own personal filter, and then it comes out sounding like us, I guess, whatever that is, hopefully. And in this case, I took this is a song called Cry that I think was on my, it was my second album, which is called The Next Frame. And in this, I had this little change I wanted to do. I think I had been actually influenced by a couple, like John Lee Hooker and, you know, maybe a little bit of Howlin' Wolf. And I thought, well, maybe I could rock it up a little bit, you know, do something with a band and get sort of a flavor of that. So this is what I came up with, and I got an E chord here. Start out with that, and then I do a G, but I emphasize that third fret on the B string, which is a D note. It's like a G with a D, and then I just do a straight A. Somehow, for me, that works. It's a slightly little bit different than just a regular, you know, boogie chillin' or something like that. But I ended up singing over, and I'll give you a little example of that. But I wanted to show you this move, and you know, you can take it and make it your own as you like. But here's that E chord that we know by now. Second chord is a G, and I'm getting that D note in there, pinching. Right now I'm doing it without a pick. And then just an A. But the way it goes is like this. You notice on that. It's kind of a strut. So I thought that would be interesting to teach you today because well, for one thing, it's an original from an original song that I wrote, so there's that part. And another thing is it sounds probably, you know, somewhat familiar in terms of all the stuff that came before, you know, like that whole move. But I think something about this change that I like is when it goes from the E, and then it gets that voicing, and then kind of goes up and down at the same time. And if you want, you can alternate it and go to like a. Got a little bit of Steve Cropper. I just realized little green onions. But so by doing just a straight G and A without that, it sounds like this. Right? So you just got E, G, A. And I'm stuttering that first note. And at the end of the A, I'm just letting it open strings. So it's got a little. Okay, so hopefully you got that. I'm going to do it one more time, but do it really slowly. I'm going to move this just a little bit. You can see what my hand's doing here. In this case, I'm doing just the. I'm using my second finger on that A. alternate. Sometimes I do the first finger, sometimes I do the second finger. Doesn't really matter, whatever's comfortable for you. Now I'm going to sing a little bit of, see if I remember this thing. It's been a while. Yeah, I've been walking a little low down blue. Feet get tired wearing these shoes. Money's gone, time is tight. Something tells me there's a heartache inside, and so on. So if you like that kind of stuff, in this case, I'm basically doing it in an acoustic blues way. But on the actual record, I did it. Oh gosh, who I'm trying to think of, the Robert Cray Band. I stole his band for that album. Actually, for all my records. When he's not looking, I used to take Cray's band and Kevin Hayes and Richard Cousins and a few of the other guys, and we'd go out on the road together and tour, and mostly in Europe actually in those days. But they're on all my albums, those guys, and they're Bay Area dudes, great players. Jimmy Pugh on piano, he played on one of my songs, and it was really fun working with those guys because you know, I consider Cray one of those sophisticated blues guys. You know, he's just an amazing singer, and he got the blessing of the governor, Eric Clapton, early on in his career. And that's a whole other group of stories, but I had a lot of fun and I learned a lot playing with, I really did. I learned a lot playing with those guys. So here's again that little sound that, build it up. I like the way that builds up. That voicing, I like that. And if you want to play a little lead, you can just do just get that 4th fret on the G, and get that 3rd fret on the B, and get that 7th lick. And pull off of that G. Got it? Slower. If you do that lick, it's going to work. So that's my little guitar boogie thing for the day. If you like that kind of stuff and you're into acoustic blues or whatever, I cover a lot of that on my website, jimmydillon.com. So hit me up there if you got any requests or comments. Love to hear from you. That's how I learn, you know, from you guys what rings your bell, and hopefully I can shine some light on your guitar playing and help you have more fun with it. Okay, we'll see you down the road.